This is tonight's daily affirmations. I hope that you enjoy it. We'll get started in 1 second. So good to see you. Hi there and hello everybody. I'm Dr. Flo, not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you are loved and lovable. What I know is that you are a child of the Most High. What I know is that the universe has your back. And what I know that is, if God and love is for you, who can be against you? If God and love is for you, who can be against you? And in a life that I'm living in, a society where I'm witnessing people choose sides and pick sides and play favorites, I'm so grateful that God is for me. I'm so glad that loving people are for me. I'm so grateful and glad that life is for me. That every day that I live, I'm choosing to bloom where I am planted. I'm choosing to come home to myself. I'm choosing to take on the sacred rituals of my partner and my community and begin to purify myself for the work ahead. Some of you can notice an actual change in me that's taking place as a direct result of me purifying myself and coming home to what's real about my true nature. When I say true nature, I'm talking about the immutable, unstoppable part of my love, that even if I were to decay and die, even if I were turned to ashes and scattered someplace nice, the love of those who know me and knew me well would remain. I cannot get the sacred ancestor Tina Turner off of my mind and heart today, as she's just been tap dancing on me for the last couple days since her passing, and I'm sure she's tap dancing on the hearts of many other people. She showed us through the living of her life that you can be abused, you can go through hardships, you can have only 36 cents to your name and still reach for more and better. I still can't believe that the lady was abused for 16 years, that she had her own 2 children, and she also became the mother of Ike's children. She became a loving stepmother to Ike's children. And he still used and abused her. And so one night, with 36 cents to her name, because she was not being afforded anymore by her community of origin, she said in multiple interviews that I watched this morning that Ike was not giving her any money. He wanted her to have only what he wanted her to have. And so she fled under cover of darkness and night with 36 cents to her name. It makes me it makes me think about my good friend who I call the God Warrior, Beth, who took me under cover of darkness onto a highway, and that's how I got to Wyoming. Many of you don't know that I lived in Wyoming, where the deer and the antelope play. And while living in Wyoming, I found God again, the God of my understanding, the God of my belonging, the God of love. So wherever you are today on the planet, I hope that the God of love is speaking loudly into your heart. I hope that your ears are attuned to the goodness and the mercy following you all the days of your life. I hope that you are keyed into, tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to a vibration of love. And for those of you wondering whether or not I'm a phony or not, someone earlier said today that I was a fake guru. Trust me, I'm not trying to lead anybody to anything other than their bliss. If you are around me, you should be working towards being happy all the time. Does that mean that life is going to not create challenges and issues for you? Does that mean that you won't sometimes be on the struggle bus of your lived experience in life? Absolutely not. But there is a way in which you can intentionally tune your vibration towards something higher, something of greater purpose. You can tune yourself towards love. I'm so grateful that the Spirit meets my every need. I'm so grateful that when I don't have internet, the internet comes to me. When I don't have food, the food comes to me. When I can't take care of my emotional needs, God in His and her and their and its infinite wisdom always sends help for me and will always send help for you, especially in times of trouble. You will have the insight and the wisdom you need to do exactly what you are called to. Let God arise and your enemies be scattered. Let God arise and your enemies and your inner enemy, let that be scattered as well. So as we settle into our daily affirmations tonight, we are focusing on what's real and what's important. We're focusing on grounding our energy and setting up our protections for the week. What these people think about you, how they feel about you, all of that is none of your business. You are protected from all harm. You are protected from all nonsense. You are protected from negative vibrations, and you are armed with the power of a high quality no. To be able to say, I am as God created me. I am on my mission. I am on my assignment. I'm doing my best, and all is well. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good, and out of this situation, only good can come, and I am safe. All is well. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good, and out of this situation, only good can come, and I am safe. See, here's the thing about me. I don't give up on my dreams. I don't treat my dreams as if they're not important to me. There are people in this life who will say that their dreams are important to them, that their dreams matter, that they feel called to a higher purpose. But then when you see the actual fruitfulness of their experience, you see that either the fruit is rotting on the vine, ripe for the picking, but it's either rotting on the vine or there ain't no fruit at all. I try to live my life and surround myself, even in digital spaces, with fruitful people. People who don't see my words or hear my words as a condemning vibration, but as an inspirational and encouraging one, that because we got up this morning, we're able to do all things. What's wild for people is also that I don't necessarily tether my ability to do all things to some God in the sky. You know who pushed go live on this stream? I did. You know who's speaking to you right now? I am. And my cup runneth over. If I didn't have a full cup, I wouldn't be able to even show up here and speak a word of love over the people tonight. Recently in my partnership with Poppy Watson, there were a few days where I got so slimed by my environment and got so overwhelmed by the community that I just laid in bed for 2 days straight. I could not move. Well, I could move, but I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything other than be, because I was so depleted. Remember, I tell you every day in these live streams and podcast episodes that exhaustion is a tool of oppression. Exhaustion is a tool of oppressors. If they can exhaust you enough, if they can wear you out enough, then you can do whatever a government or people in power want you to do if they can just tire you out in your activism of love. I want you to know today that I subscribe to something called pleasure activism. I derive pleasure from being a light on the planet. I derive joy from what I do. So whereas some of you are dragging ass into your live streams or into your lives, I'm not doing that. Every time I walk out of a live stream, I feel more empowered to do more light, to spread more faith, hope, and love to the planet. Because I do something called pleasure activism. Now, I didn't make up pleasure activism. That's Adrienne Maree Brown. Wonderful book. 10 out of 10, I would recommend it, because if you're not having fun in your activism, if you're not having fun in your ministry, in your work, in your life, you may not be doing it the right way, because the true activism, and even Bell Hooks taught us this, true activism is love. Standing up for oppressed people. Speaking up for the 800,000 people who kill themselves every year in our country because they don't feel loved and lovable. It is a pleasure for me to speak with them and share with them and be myself with them. When I look around into my community and when I behold everyone around me, I don't see people doing what I'm doing. Now, you don't have to do what I'm doing if it's not your bliss. But I see a lot of people, especially church people, wanting to esteem themselves as good people, wanting to show up and say, yo, I'm a good person. Can't you see all that I do? But what if Spirit is calling us to more? Not more money, not more sex, not more power, not more control, but more presence, more peace, love, faith, hope, and sound mind. What if that is the truth of what life is calling us to and calling us for, or calling us forward into? So I don't want to stay here long, but I really want to ground our energy tonight in what's really important. What's important is that I am love. Even if you are not into my vibration of love, or into my fortress of love, or into my call to love, love wins and love remains at the end of the day. Even after I'm long gone from here, and a lot of you know that I record these things onto YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, so that when I'm gone, which could be at any moment because life is but a vapor, when I'm gone, you will know what was going on for me. You will know how I was feeling, and you will know what I was putting out into the planet. All will see the goodness of the Lord. All will know the Lord of love. Even if you fight all your life and you're miserable all your life, and even if you are gripey all your life, we see this happen. People will be miserable and agitated, and even the axe murderers and the people on death row. You know what happens to them once they get these lethal injections, which I don't understand how lethal injections and the death penalty even aligns in a society of people who say thou shalt not kill, but that's for a different session. I don't understand how thou shalt not kill and the death penalty live in the same space, but these are this is a confusion that humans live in. But I digress. Even when those people on death row close their eyes, they touch the same peace that the righteous people touch. Even when they die and they say the state of Indiana now gives the life sentence to this person, even with lethal injection, firing squad, electric chair, after the electric bolts go through their body, you know what they have? Peace that passes understanding. They get reunited with the Father and the Spirit just like everybody else. I love that that's the great equalizer. The great equalizer is that whether you identify as white or you identify as black or straight or queer or crazy, in this life, when you close your eyes on your lived experience, when it is over for you, when your number is pulled, you will re-emerge back into pure positive energy and love. You will be the most like love that you've ever been, because you won't be struggling and fighting with love anymore. You all can creep around me and tap dance around me and be weird around my energy all you want, but you will see the goodness of the Lord, either in a live stream or in real life, but all will be manifested because the prayers of the righteous avail much. And I'm praying big prayers these days about where Spirit is trying to take me. Spirit is trying to take me into new territory. Spirit is trying to take me to a new elevation of my gifts. Spirit is trying to take me into a place of complete freedom and openness and vulnerability about what I've been called to. I'm no longer trying to fit into the boxes of other people. I'm no longer trying to be who you want me to be. I am as God says I am. And God calls me worthy. God calls me loved and lovable. God calls me her child. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So as we move into this week of grounding and setting our protections, we realize that there's no weapon that's formed against us that can actually prosper. Remember, we talked earlier in the week about the fact that Eleanor Roosevelt said, all of the water in the world, paraphrasing, can come for you, but if you don't take it inside you, you cannot drown. The reason why I'm not drowning in my life right now in any way is because I'm not taking in the water around me. I'm not taking in the nonsense around me. I'm becoming untouchable. And even if my home falls apart or goes away, even if the food goes away, even if all of the support goes away, because God is my supply, all my needs will be met according to his or her or their riches laid up in glory. I can talk sometime soon about what I think that means for me. When I think about all of the riches laid up in glory, I think it's talking about the state of my mind, the riches of my subconscious that tells me, dude, if you keep going in the direction that you're heading in, you're going to be fine. You're going to make a difference or a bigger impact in the world than what you're making. You'll be called to what Tina Turner called better. She said she would always just look up and just say, I've only got 36 cents to my name, but I know better is out there waiting for me. And so many people in life like to pretend like they are on that vibration, but when the rubber meets the road, when you peel back the curtain, when the truth of the circumstance is revealed, you see that they are just children, small children inside, lonely and afraid, wanting to connect but not knowing how to tap into the great I am. The great I am says, I am loved and lovable. The great I am says, I'm never alone. The great I am says, I can do all things. This isn't a popular message, though. In a society where everything's going to hell in a handbasket and the Twitter and the news is always telling us that the stock market is plummeting and that we're heading towards a recession. Do you know that in every financial upturn and downturn of our country, there's always been people who were simply not touched? I used to engage with a young lady in my community who made it very, very clear to me that even though everyone else was experiencing a pandemic, she hadn't felt it at all. It was a huge badge of honor for her because she was not touched by the negativity or the hardships of others. And so just know that our lives are manifesting in some pretty powerful ways, and how we approach our lives with a grounded and protected energy from the Most High is very important. I sleep very, very well at night knowing that any weapons formed against me will not prosper, and that everything that someone tries to do to me will be turned around them, or will be turned around on them tenfold. Like I told that troll earlier today, whatever you're sending me, I hope you get double for your trouble. If you're sending me love today, I hope that you get 10 times the love. If you're sending other vibrations today, I hope you get 10 times those vibrations as well. The law of cause and effect, the law of resonance, what you put out into the world comes back to you. And as a person who lives in a society where I'm often misconstrued and confused with, and people confuse my light. Hey, Lulu, people confuse my light for other things. I'm letting you know I know exactly what I'm putting out into the earth. And so I know exactly what's coming back. My yay is yay, and my nay is nay. And because I offer love and peace and presence to the world, I know these things are coming back for me and to me. Because I offer encouragement, inspiration, love, community support, motivation, I know these things are coming back towards me. I don't need to see it. It does not need to be reflected in anything other than the knowledge that what you give, you receive. That's why you never see me anymore. And it was a very, very hard lesson. You don't see me going back and forth with trolls anymore. What you give is what you receive. So we're grounding and setting our protections in that. Going quickly through the root chakra. Sundays are for the root chakra and grounding our energy for the week. We anchor in grounding ourselves and our instinctual awareness and our instinctual wellness. We know instinctually the next path to take. Don't you worry this week about whether or not the answers that you need are going to come to you or not. You instinctually will know which path to take by being rooted in your root chakra, grounded in your root chakra. The root chakra's color is red. It symbolizes courage, sex, passion, strength, and action. What a wonderful opportunity for us to decide to take action about the dreams in our lives. To truly decide that this week is going to be the week that I change my life for the better. What a power. What a power to let this be the week that we change our lives for the better by taking divine action, by taking grounded action. Now, let me be very clear about this. Just because you're taking action doesn't mean you're taking the right action. Just because you are moving in life at a fever-pitched pace doesn't mean that it's proper for you. Make sure that the action that you're taking is grounded action. Yes, Lulu, one of the methods that I use to ground myself is meditation. I'm out of the 12-step traditions, though, for many of my vices, and so we seek higher power through prayer and meditation around here. We do. We definitely seek to have conscious contact with higher power through prayer and meditation. Can't you tell that I meditate? Can you not perceive it? Borrowing from the 365 days of Kwanzaa, we are focusing today on umoja, unity, finding that common bond with the divine and hopefully each other, finding that unity inside that comes from yoga. Yoga actually means union. Finding that unity within and allowing our cups to flow over into the world. What a gift. What a gift. To be in union with your heart, to be in union with your spirit, to be in union with your life, not going faster than spirit tells you to go, and not going slower than spirit tells you to go. What a gift to be in unity and union. The affirmation for the root chakra is I am. To give you some examples, I am abundant. I am joyous. I am harmonious. I am uplifted. I am supercharged. I am super fueled. I am full of vitality. I am full of love. I am full of positive energy and vibrations. I am. Remember, whatever you say after your I am is what will come true for you in life. Someone earlier was saying a negative I am. They said, I hate myself. I am. I had a troll that came in here that was speaking that way. Just know that whatever you say behind I am, it's what's amplifying in your life. A lot of people would be benefited by doing a verbal audit on themselves. Pay attention to the things you say after I am. If someone's asking you how you're doing and you're going, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, I'm just so exhausted, don't be surprised when exhaustion shows up in your life. If you keep saying to people, I am annoyed, that will turn into you being annoyed by everything and everybody. Sure, Lulu. Lulu says on today's daily affirmation, there is no higher power outside yourself. Sure. You get no argument from me. I think it's very personal. I don't subscribe to the group think anymore of beliefs. If you believe that there's no higher power outside yourself, then you believe there's no higher power outside of yourself. May it be well with you. May it be happy with you. May it be whole with you. May you find solace in knowing that there's no higher power outside of yourself. May I feel solace in knowing that there is some great energy Some would call it the law of attraction. Some would call it the law of love. Some would call it God. Some would call it Buddha, Krishna, whatever. Call it Shamalama Ding Dong. Not all people need a higher power. People who rely on higher power feel that they need higher power. Why not let them have it? If believing in a higher power brings you to a place of self-care and self-love, then use it. These are all tools, right? I see religion and spirituality as a tool. Buddhism and Christianity and agnosticism and atheism, all of those things are just tools for me to tap into my happy. No matter what you believe today, I hope that you tap into your happy. I am happy. I am content. I am perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as I am. For the crystal babies, hematite, obsidian, onyx, red jasper, shungite, tourmaline, and smoky quartz will help you charge your energy towards being grounded and rooted in yourself this week. The body part that we focus on when we think about the root chakra is the base of the spine and the tailbone. I can call my energy right now into the base of my spine as I'm sitting and feel grounded and rooted in my seat. I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved and lovable. I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved and lovable. I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved and lovable. When you are imbalanced in your root chakra, you will feel like a worrywart. Things will get to you. Things will agitate you. Things will keep you up at night if you're not grounded in your root chakra. You will feel like life is out to get you and that you cannot control things around you as a worrywart. When you are not grounded and rooted in your root chakra, you'll find a problem trusting God or higher power. Or if you're like Lulu and you don't believe in higher power at all, if you're not grounded in your root chakra, you won't be able to trust yourself. You will find it hard to reach out for that promotion on your job. You'll find it hard to ask that person out on a date. You'll find yourself not honoring your needs when it comes to food and health and your personal provision. You won't be able to trust God or trust yourself or even trust the process if you're not rooted in your root chakra or grounded in your root chakra. As quiet as it's kept, Lulu, I believe that God and I are one in the same. The cult that I was raised in, called Southern Christianity, people's heads would explode if they thought I had a Kanye complex and I believed myself to be God. But there are times when I'm praying outside of myself to the great I am, but most of the time I'm praying to myself. Higher power, give me the courage and strength to move on these resumes. Higher power, give me the strength to be kinder to my lover. I do believe, though, that a lot of people, though, abdicate their thrones in their lives. They give up their crowns. God will take care of the homeless people. God will take care of loving the trans people. God will take care of the people who are hungry and thirsty and homeless. God will bring clean water to Flint. God will get rid of white supremacy and racism. God will take care of, they just pray about it and then they don't even do anything about it. Even though the Holy Scriptures say that faith without works is dead. A lot of people are living and subscribing to dead religions and philosophies because they've got the faith but no work. And so I try to show up in my life not only with my faith and belief systems, but also doing work. And I do pray that this week I get to do more of my work. I'm always made glad when I have students to teach and people to coach and people to talk to. It fills my tank because not only am I having the faith to do my live streams and to show up in love, but I'm also taking the action through the work. I want my faith to be lived and alive. Lulu says, energy can't be created or destroyed. Everything around us is made of energy and vibration. Therefore, in my logic, we are all gods and goddesses. Yes. Abracadabra. Let there be light. And bam, here I am. Let there be light and let me share more love. Oh, I absolutely love that so much. Not only is that your feeling, that's also science. And I would love to introduce you, Lulu, at some point to the science of mind teachings. The science of mind teachings coalesce or correlate, I guess I should say, to science. That because God is love and love is an indestructible force and the light is an indestructible force, where are we going? My soul is infinite. If energy and I am energy cannot be created or destroyed, then I'm infinite. I'm eternal, just like God. Maybe you've not been hanging with me long enough when I talk about the fact that my mom ate an apple and then the apple became part of her cells. And then the apple became me, and I came out of her, and then I want to live eating my apples, and then I'm going to die and become organic matter that becomes fertilizer for the apples, and then the apples will grow and someone will eat that apple, and then they'll have another human, and that human will grow, live, and die, and then become fertilizer for the apples. It's all of that circular or circle of life kind of vibration. Never destroyed. Just passing through. I bow to that. So when you're unbalanced in your root chakra, you can't trust God, you can't trust the energies and vibrations around you, as Lulu is teaching tonight, and you can't trust the process. But when you are aligned in your root chakra, you feel secure. Sometimes that feeling of security and that vibration of security will be so strong that people can't even sit by you in class. Welcome back, Loretta. Sometimes you will be so bright in your energy that people can't even sit by you in class. That's okay. You are secure. Have I ever astro projected? Yes. So the grounding of your root chakra, located at the base of your spine and tailbone, through an I am affirmation. I am loved. I am perfect, whole, and complete exactly as I am. I am confident. I am courageous. I am loved and lovable. That loved and lovable energy will change your entire life. And grounding and rooting yourself in that positive message of I am loved and lovable. If you say I'm loved and lovable to yourself for 30 days straight and move as a person who feels truly loved and lovable, your life will change. You don't have to take my word for it. Just taste and see that love is good. I don't worry so much, Lulu, about astral projection because the living of my human life in the here and now and the present is so rich. I can't astral project and have a slice of pizza. I can't astral project and eat ice cream. I can't astral project and take a bath. So I stay grounded. I'd be very, very curious for you to tell me what is so special about astral projection and what did it reveal to you. All right, we're moving forward into our affirmations tonight. I'm going to start with the anti-capitalist affirmations first because so many of our problems in life are coming from money woes. What kind of information? So because we're so worried about money and the pursuit of money, the gaining and releasing of this energy called money, we sometimes put ourselves in troublesome spots and holes when every need is being supplied by a lovable universe. I would assume that the information you're talking about, Lulu, are like downloads from universal consciousness, the all in all, tapping into the divine within. I'm allowed to spend my time creating things, even if they are not beautiful. I'm allowed to spend my time creating things, even if they are not beautiful. There is no such thing as a real job. All forms of work are real and valid. There's no such thing as a real job. All forms of work are real and valid. Thank you, Quincy, for coming over on Instagram. I just looked up and saw you. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. And more than showing up for me, thank you for showing up for yourself. There's something that happens in our subconscious minds and in our lives when we join mind with positive people. There's so many things to join mind with in this life, but joining mind with positive people can change things for you. There's nothing that I need to accomplish to be worthy. I am already worthy. There's nothing that I need to accomplish to be worthy. I am already worthy. Doing nothing is good for my soul. Doing nothing is good for my soul. I have a good girlfriend named Nina. She packs her calendar to the brim. She even is staying out of town this weekend on vacation for the holiday weekend, and she has just filled her calendar. That's her business. I love it for her. Her schedule exhausts me. But I'm always reminding her as well that doing nothing is good for your soul as well. Just being still. Before I came in here today to pour out of my heart, I was in the tub bathing for well over an hour. I'm late tonight because I was just bathing, doing nothing. It's good for my soul. I'm not defined by what I produce. I'm not defined by what I produce. My worth cannot be measured by my paycheck, my job title, or a list of professional or academic achievements. My worth cannot be measured by my paycheck, my job title, or a list of professional or academic achievements. I do not need to monetize my hobbies. It is enough to spend time doing something I love. Listen, if you like to do puzzles, do puzzles. It doesn't mean that you have to become a professional puzzle maker or a professional puzzle doer. Just because you love to play the game of chess, which is a game I love, just because you love to play the game of chess does not mean that you need to become a professional chess player. I do not need to monetize my hobbies. It is enough to spend time doing something I love. Here's the last one from our anti-capitalistic affirmations. I will not let society decide what success looks like. I can define what success looks like for me. I will not let society decide what success looks like. I can define what successful life looks like for me. Have you taken a moment to take an inventory of your life and just say like, yo, I am success. I am successful. When was the last time you made a list of all of the ways in which you've been successful? I know that there's a long, long list you have in your head of things that you need to get done and things that need to be working as an adult. I know you have a lot of adulting things that you need and want to do. But have you taken a moment to actually make a list of all of the things that make you a success? All of the ways in which you are happy and doing a great job and defining what a successful life looks like for you. Going back to a little earlier in our conversation about spirit guides and astral projection, Lulu says, I speak to my guides and I ask for confirmation in the physical so I won't think I'm crazy. Yes. Remember, whatever you're looking for is looking for you. So most of us will always find confirmation in the physical to whatever is being spoken in our head. She don't like you. Then we look for confirmation in the physical. He loves you. She loves you. They love you. Then we look for confirmation in the physical. So it makes sense to me that whether your spirit guides are talking or your brain is talking with the waterfall of thoughts, they say we have like 10,000 thoughts every day. Whichever ones you're looking for to find confirmation in the physical so you don't think you're crazy. Same thing with the negative things too. She don't like me. I know she don't like me. Then you go looking for confirmation in the physical so you don't think you're crazy. This is universal. So I see where you're coming from. I do see where you're coming from. Moving forward into our positive vibrations for the night as we land this plane, I honor my truth. I honor my truth. I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. I am enough. I am enough. I am grateful. I am grateful. I choose to go with the flow. I choose to go with the flow. I am confident. I am confident. I'm going to pause here for a second because my partner's in the other room watching cartoons or having fun following his bliss tonight. And it took a lot of confidence for me. I know that I have a lot of confidence out on stage and, publicly speaking before people. But it took a lot of confidence for me to take him seriously as a romantic partner. It took a lot of confidence for me to say, hey, can I call you later? Can I text you later? Can we be lovers? Can we be more than friends? It's the equivalent of back in the day going to the high school dance and asking that special someone out. It takes confidence. If you're looking for love in your life and looking for romantic love, and I believe that there's a lid for every pot. I believe that everybody can have their itch scratched, child. I believe that everybody, I don't care what you're going through, there's a lid for every pot, and everybody deserves to have their itch scratched. The only way to get into deep romantic relationship or even platonic relationship is by affirming, I am confident. I am confident. And I got news for you. Even after you bed the person, even after you call them into your heart, even after they take you in as lover, friend, spouse, partner, whatever, you have to confidently show up every day into the relationship. Oh Lord, no one told me that relationships lasted forever if you wanted them to. So you have to be, I am confident as I move forward in my relationship. I am present. I am present. I am supported. I am supported. I'm going to get to you in a second, Lulu. I am worthy. I am worthy. I let go of what does not serve me. I let go of what does not serve me. I am strong. I am strong. I am patient. I am patient. I trust the process. I trust the process. And if you're like Loretta, who's been around for, it's probably been a couple years now, you've watched my process unfold. Sometimes it unfolds at a fast pace. Quincy's been here for a minute now. Sometimes it forms, although it's only been a few months, Quincy, if you think about it. I've only been with my partner for a couple of months, I believe. So it's been a relatively short time, but regardless of whether it's moving fast or slow in linear time, I trust the process. Even though I don't see all the things that I want to see manifested, I trust the process. Even though I have needs that I still seek to have met, I trust the process. I love myself. I love myself. I am doing my best. I am doing my best. I respect my journey. I respect my journey. I choose to find happiness. I choose to find happiness. The thing I love about that affirmation is the I choose part. Remember, every experience in your life that you're having, you're choosing. I know that's a very, very hard pill to swallow for people who are in various circumstances of life, but no matter what you're going through, you're choosing pleasantness or unpleasantness in that moment. That's what Sadhguru has taught me. And every moment there is a diversion in the woods, in the path of life. Either I'm choosing to go down the pleasant path or the unpleasant path every time. So what about what they said? So what about how they made you feel? So what about what they took from you or gave to you? Are you choosing to have a pleasant experience with your life in the present moment or an unpleasant one? You choose. You decide. Don't let these people ruin your day. Don't let these muggles come for you. Choose pleasant experiences and they will be yours. I am rich. I am rich. I am abundant. I am abundant. And there's a bonus quote down here. We are moving forward in the glory of our stories. we're moving forward in the glory of our story. Listen, folks, the last thing I want to share tonight, let's see here. Lulu says also, no, it's the paranormal activities in the house type of confirmation. You talking about like lights flickering and doors closing? I used to have a ghost that followed me around. I haven't had that ghost show up in this house. And y'all pardon me, I have long, long eyelashes. And so one of them is trying to betray me right now. But I used to have a ghost that followed me around. But now I'm thinking that the ghost was only around because of some of the people that were around me at the time. I got rid of certain workers around me. These are people who believed in darkness, or they believed that the darkness was as strong as the light. And so I would hear things rumbling in closets at one point, all sorts of things. But then when they moved out, the ghost went with them. So the ghost wasn't mine. Also, when I hear that places are haunted, I welcome it because usually the ghosts are on my side. I used to work in a theater in Wyoming, and they say that the theater was haunted and it would torment the other cast members. It never bothered me. The ghost was on my side. They always are. They are our venerated ancestors, as Poppy Water would say. These are spirit guides coming from the other side to let us know that all is well. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. And out of this situation, only good can come, and I am safe. All is well. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. And out of this situation, only good can come, and I am safe. All is well. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. And out of this situation, only good can come, and I am safe. I love a good messenger from the beyond. So if the lights start flickering or things start binging or I start getting a ringing in my ears, thank you, God, for reminding me that I'm loved and lovable. Thank you for reminding me that I have hearing in my ears and the sensation of sight in my eyeballs. Thank you, God, in me. The last thing that I wanted to share tonight, and I promise you it's the last thing now, is this little note that I found on the internet by Nanea Hoffman. She said, note to self, all you have to do is show up. Be late. Be scared. Be a mess. Be weird. Be confused. Just be there. You'll figure out the rest as you go. I'll read it one more time for the believers. Note to self. All you have to do is show up. That's all you have to do, is just show up. Be late. Be scared. Be a mess. Be weird. Some of y'all are so weird. Go on and be it. Be confused. Just be there. You'll figure out the rest as you go. You will. You will. I thank you for being here tonight. I thank you for sharing your heart. I see you, Loretta. I'm coming for your comment. It says, yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Woo. I don't know about paranormal activity or ghosts or anything like that, but I do know that I have been late. I have been scared. I am at times a mess, but I'm a lovable mess. I am weird. Sometimes I am confused, but I am present. Once again, all you have to do is show up, be late, be scared, be a mess, be weird, be confused. Just be there. You'll figure out the rest as you go. I hope that this week, as we're grounding ourselves in our root chakra, and we will move together. I've been doing 7 days, Loretta, I'm back on the horse. The horse keeps trying to buck me off, child. Every time I turn around, the horse of life, mostly sometimes people, trying to throw me off. Have you ever gone to one of those saloons where they have one of those bucking broncos? You ever rode one of those mechanical bulls where it starts off slow and then all of a sudden you end up thrown off? That's what life tries to do sometimes to us. But I've not given up on my love revival. I've not given up on telling 800,000 people who kill themselves every year that they are loved and lovable. That means that 2,191 people by the time the sun sets will unalive themselves in our country. 2,191 people won't see tomorrow because they unalive themselves. Because somewhere within them, they don't know that they're loved and lovable. It could be a mental health crisis. It could be them losing financial stability. It could be them losing their housing. You got doctors, lawyers, and nurses who just are tired and exhausted in the fight of life. If we can reach them and let them know that they're loved and lovable, perhaps they may not want to make that decision. Even Tina Turner, I was watching her interviews this morning. She said she took all the sleeping pills she could find because she just wanted to go to sleep forever. And Ike's abusive, crazy ass shook her back to life. And she said, well, since I'm here, I guess I might as well become a worldwide superstar. She left Ike with 36 cents to her name, and she became Tina Turner. You'll figure out the rest as you go. We all will figure out the rest as we go. So as we move this week through our root chakra, and we'll be moving up and up and up and up back to our crown on Saturday, I hope that you feel the peace that passes understanding come over you. I hope that's something that I've shared tonight in the last hour that we've been together. I hope that something that I've said has encouraged you, brought you inspiration, called you into a community of support. We are worthy of a happy life. We are worthy of a happy life. We are worthy of a happy life. Thanks so much to my donors and sponsors for your love and support. You are keeping me afloat in these times. Thank you so much to all of my collaborators and friends and supporters all over the internet for lasting with me this far. I think I talked about it earlier today. Some people only last in my life for 5 minutes. Some in the internet space is 5 seconds. And for those of you who are familiar with Clubhouse, sometimes people just come to you on Clubhouse and then 5 seconds later they're gone. So if you've been here longer than 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, some people only last 5 years in my energy. But if you're still here and you're in my orbit, I thank you for your time and your attention and love from the bottom of my heart. There's work to be done. There's work to be done. Are there any closing thoughts tonight from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and the other Facebook? I do these lives so that you can see a dream being built in real life. I do this for the young kids who need a role model. Someone, my lives aren't perfect. They aren't, it's just a human trying to remind the world that they're loved and lovable. All right. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. And may love hold you in its big, big, big hands. As above, so below. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for tomorrow's daily affirmations. And I'll also see you tomorrow evening at around 6:30. If you'd like to RSVP so that you can get a special notice in your inbox when we go live, just go to my website through my link in bio, in my Instagram and my Twitter, and RSVP. If you let me know that you're showing up, I will show up for you as well. Have a great night, everybody. You're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable. And you're always going to be loved and lovable. Until next time, God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you. And if you're like Lulu and you don't believe in God, then you love you. And may heavenly vibrations of love be in your heart. I'll see y'all tomorrow.